Education is a satisfying career because it gives you the opportunity to bring together your purpose and your passion. I'm Carla Watson, and I'm responsible for the Graduate Teaching Fellowship at the Jakes Gerwel Fellowship. When people think of education or teaching or classroom spaces, the only thing they can imagine is seeing a teacher in front of a group of learners, usually pretty stressed and trying to get through something. But education offers a much richer, fertile environment for change and possibility. To avoid sounding too cliche, what really brings education as a more interesting space to take up your passion and purpose is that there are there is a multitude of touch points the industry brings to be able to create positive change. In a country like South Africa, with the historical and present inequalities, education brings us the industry that is able to redirect misalignments, redress present and past inequalities through how we experience our lived engagement with schools and schooling. For example, if you look at the design of the classroom, since that's the image in our mind, the decision somebody made some time ago about where the chairs go, where the teacher stands, what the teacher says, how the students respond, are all results and products of decisions made ages ago. And while that's quite a small example, education provides the vast space of being able to change how people experience their lives. Education is one of the few industries that is felt well after the fact or the active moment of it being experienced. You can look at it from a fundamental level in terms of literacy, or you can even look at it from a perspective of agency. Am I emotionally agile enough to be able to make some decisions in my life based on the education experience I had at school? The impact and influence just one teacher can have on a group of students is often felt or understood through a prompt that we like to use at the Jakes Gerwel Fellowship, which is, who was your favorite teacher and why? The reason for this prompt is less focused on the response. I'm not particularly interested in who was your favorite teacher and why, but as a teacher myself, I'm interested in the process of understanding and the process of engagement. Somebody, grade 1, grade 2, grade 3, whichever, somebody comes into your mind and says, Ish, that person, that was my favorite teacher because they took time to get to know me, because they smelt nice, because they were always kind to me. Whatever the reason is not the purpose of the prompt. Instead, when you're prompted with that question of who is your favorite teacher and why, you are immediately grounded in the impact and influence of one person, a single person that has had on your life, and a stamp that will remain there forever in terms of your lived experience. If we look at the role of the teacher a little bit differently, I'd like to call it a community leader. We can deconstruct what community means in this space, but really, being a teacher allows you to direct and lead others in the space that you take up. This includes your learners, your learners' parents, colleagues, Department of Education officials. As a teacher, you are fundamental in directing that process, and that is what the impact and influence of being a teacher carries.